Hi everybody, this is Dylan from Ellis Home and Garden. Good morning. I'm glad you guys are joining us today. We are on part 3 of our 3-part mantle series videos. If you've joined us this Tuesday and Wednesday, you'll know that we've done a 3-part mantle series video. We started on Tuesday with our 6-foot mantle garland, and then on Wednesday we did our teardrop swags that we completed yesterday. So today we're going to finish off this video series with our 3rd and final video, which is going to be our designer Christmas wreath. So before we get started, guys, I've had lots of requests on these videos for a tree decorating class. So I want to remind everybody that next Tuesday, which is, let me look at my notes, Tuesday, November 14th, next week, Tuesday, November 14th, we're going to have our Christmas tree demonstration video. It's going to be a 2-part series, the 14th and the 15th, next Tuesday and Wednesday. It's going to start off on the 14th with the tree top. It's going to be at 10 o'clock a.m., so make sure you guys all tell your friends and share this video today so everybody can get this information out. And join us next Tuesday, the 14th at 10 o'clock. We're going to do our tree topper video. And then we're going to finish off that 2-part series on Wednesday, the 15th, with the bottom of our tree. We're going to finish out the tree. So I had a lot of requests for that the last 2 days while we've done these videos. So guys, make sure you join us again next Tuesday and Wednesday, November 14th and 15th for our tree demonstration videos. So again, guys, if you're just joining us, this is Dylan with Ellis Home and Garden. We are on part 3, the 3rd and final video of our video series that we've done this week, which was our mantle transformation. And at the end today, after we create this wreath, I'm going to show you guys what we have done to our mantle area at the front of the store. So if you're just joining us, put your name and where you're watching from as you watch this video, and any questions or comments that you have, guys, or any requests that you'd like to see me do here at Ellis, put your name and comments in the down bar, and I'm going to have Dina here. She's going to relay those messages to me as we go, and we can interact as we do this video. So guys, the first thing we're going to do as we start this wreath is just like with everything else we've done this week, is you want to make sure that you fluff the wreath from start to finish. You want to touch each and every branch on the wreath. So when you get a wreath, when you get a garland, when you get a tree even, and it comes out of that box and it comes out of the packaging, it's very compact and flat. So you want to make sure that you fluff each and every branch just like this. Pull the greenery apart so that you get a good foundation to start on, because you want a good foundation before we add any embellishments or any accessories to the wreath itself. And if you wanted to add lights to a wreath that is not already lit, this would be a good time to add your lights. So after you have pulled apart your greenery and fluffed your wreath to get your foundation, you would add your lights into the wreath at this point. We're not going to do lights today, but if you are going to add lights, guys, after you fluff your wreath and after you get it shaped out to the shape that you like, then this is the point where you do add the lights. So again, we are on part 3 of our video series of our mantle transformation, guys. On Tuesday we did our mantle, on Wednesday we did our swags, and today we're doing our 3rd and final video, and we're going to complete this video series this week with our designer Christmas wreath. So if you have any questions or comments while we do this video, guys, I'd love to interact with you. And if it's not about this wreath in particular, if it's about Christmas decorating, put your name and your comments and where you're watching from in the down bar, and Dina's going to relay those messages to me. So after you get your wreath fluffed out, then the next thing you're going to do is we're going to start with our ribbon. We've always started with ribbon on every item that we've done this week. So we're going to take a bow, and you can use a bow of your choice. As you guys know, if you watched our previous videos, we did a red and champagne look for this week. And so on this bow here, I have used 3 different ribbons. 2 of these ribbons I have incorporated into the other items that we have made, which is our teardrop and our mantelpiece. So I have tied a bow. This is a medium-sized bow. This bow here probably has about 5 to 7 yards of ribbon in it. And guys, I want to remind you here at Ellis, our Christmas ribbon right now is on sale 2 for $10. So make sure you come in and get it. It's a great time to purchase some ribbon, because you can use ribbon all through your house to spruce up your items for Christmas. So we're going to take this bow of your choice, and we're going to place it on top of the wreath. And guys, you can do any type of wreath at your home, and you can place the bow on the bottom. Sometimes people like doing that, or on the side. But here for this wreath that we're going to do today, we're going to place this wreath at the top. And how we're going to attach this wreath is on the back. We have used pipe cleaners to tie the wreath together. So no wire. I like to use pipe cleaners because they grip better, and they anchor it better into the wreath of the garland, whatever we are placing the bow into. So we're going to use these pipe cleaners, and we're going to attach this bow straight into the wreath onto the metal frame. So if you'll look on the back of the wreath, guys, there is 2 metal frames. So we're going to take these pipe cleaners and we're going to wrap them around that metal frame.
Taylor Hyde wants to know the price of the wreath if it's on sale.
Hi Taylor, the wreath I believe is $39.99 and they're $50 off, so it's $20 for this mixed pine wreath. And all of our wreaths right now are 50% off, all of our greenery wreaths, and these make a great foundation for anything you're going to do. We have different sizes, we have different textures, different types of pine, and so they are 50% off right now. So we're going to take our bow, guys, and we're just going to run it through the top of here and attach it to that first layer. And we're going to use our pipe cleaner and twist it off underneath the base of the wreath. And guys, once you get your bow on there, you want to make sure you don't just leave it how you place it. You want to go back and you want to touch it. Touch each and every loop on the bow and piece of ribbon so you can shape it to the place that you want on the wreath. And everyone, don't forget, if you have any questions or comments about what we're doing here today on this particular wreath or anything related to Christmas decorating, or if you watched our previous videos and you didn't get a chance to ask your question, guys, put your questions and comments and your name and where you're watching from in the down bar, and Dina's going to relay those to me so we can interact while we do our video today. So again, we have just taken our greenery base here, which is again $39.99, and then it is 50% off. And we have added just a bow of my choice on the top of here. And I have chose this red and champagne color because we are incorporating the same colors and same products that we've used in our last two videos, which was the mantle garland and the swag, because this is going to hang over that beautiful mantle garland that we have created on Tuesday. Alright, so once we get our bow on the wreath, as you can see, I didn't put it at the center, at the very top. I kind of off-centered it over here on the left-hand side. We're going to take our ribbon by the roll here, because we're going to incorporate this ribbon all through the wreath. So I'm going to show you guys some techniques on how to attach and secure ribbon into the wreath. And guys, I want to remind you, this ribbon right here that we're using, most of these rolls are 10 yards and they're on sale 2 for $10 right now at Ellis. So make sure you come and check that out. We have 5 locations, and you can find all that information on our website at ellishomeandgarden.com. And we do offer some of our ribbon online, so if you want to check that out, it is on there. So we're going to take our ribbon, guys, and we're going to cut a strip probably about 2.5 to 3 feet long on each type of ribbon. And I'm going to use 2 different types of ribbon today, the red and the champagne, because it does make a bigger impact and it kind of bulks your ribbon up when you use 2 different kinds. And while I'm doing this, if you missed our other 2 video, guys, they are posted on our Facebook page, Ellis Home and Garden, so make sure you check that out and share them with your friends. We did a mantle garland on Tuesday, and on Wednesday, yesterday, we did a teardrop swag. So those are great videos to check out. We started from a blank canvas, and you'll see as we complete this, and I'm going to show you at the end what we transformed that mantle area into. So once you get your strips of ribbon cut, you're just going to overlap the ribbon. It doesn't matter which one you put on top. Whichever one you put on top, though, is going to be more visible and more seen, so that's just up to you guys. So I'm going to put the champagne on top, and I'm going to just pinch it here at the top. And I'm going to place this ribbon and tie it into my wreath using these existing greenery sprays here. And I'm going to put it at the edge of the bow in the left-hand corner so it looks like a tail that's coming from the bow, guys. So I'm going to lift up my my loops, and I'm just going to find a spot underneath that bow and tie this in with that greenery that comes on the wreath. So this is no wire, no pipe cleaners. Use the existing branches on the wreath.
Krista Jackson, is the greenery real?
This is not, guys. This is an artificial pine wreath. It is $39.99 and 50% off. So it makes it $20. So after you attach that, guys, you do have to shuffle things around, as I've said in the previous videos, because as you add more things to the wreath, it does kind of change your shape. So once you attach that into your wreath, you're going to make a left loop over here on the left-hand side of the wreath. And you're going to bunch it up again at the bottom, guys, and you're going to use this existing greenery again, and you're going to tie this ribbon into the wreath. So we're just going to tie that in using the existing greenery. And as you can see, we have used those two different ribbons, and they kind of show both ribbons. And the reason we are doing this on the left-hand side and we tied it underneath that bow is because we want it to look like a tail is coming from that bow. So I'm going to have Dina come up here and zoom in on the bottom here, guys, to show you how I attach that greenery. Alright, and if you're just joining us, we're on part 3 of our 3-part mantle transformation videos that we're doing this week, guys. Tuesday we did our mantle, Wednesday we did our swag, and today we're completing this video series with our wreath. So again, we are adding our wreath now our ribbon into our wreath. So we're going to cut another strip of our ribbon. And this one is going to go here at the bottom, so it doesn't need to be as long. So we're going to cut it maybe about 2 foot. And we're going to do a strip of each kind of ribbon, so our champagne and our red. And guys, as I'm decorating today, if you have any questions or comments, put your name and where you're watching from in the down bar with any questions or requests that you have, and Dina's going to relay those messages to me because I'd love to interact with you. Alright, so we're going to take our next set of ribbon and we're going to bunch it here at the top. And we're going to start here at the center bottom of the wreath. And again, we're going to use this greenery that is attached to the wreath, and we're going to tie in our ribbon. So after you get it in, guys, we're going to kind of go down here to the bottom at a right angle. And we're going to bunch that off and tie it. And as you place it, you just kind of have to fluff it and shape it with your hand. Now, the reason that we have this extra ribbon is because we cut it a little bit long, but like I said yesterday, it's always good to have your ribbon too long so you can trim it versus have it too short, because you can't ever add ribbon once you have cut it. So I'm going to actually take my scissors now and I'm going to trim this excess ribbon off of here and leave some small dovetails at the end, or angled tails. And I'm just going to pull them apart so you can get a clear view of the red and the champagne look. And I'm going to do that on both ends. And I'm just taking my scissors and cutting them at an angle. Alright, so we're going to take one more strip out of our ribbon. Again, this is a 2.5 to 3 foot section of ribbon. And we're going to do a strip of each color. And I want to remind everybody, if you happen to miss our other videos, they are posted on our Facebook page, guys. You can rewind them from start to finish and go back while you're decorating, and hopefully those tools will help you as you design your own mantelpiece or your own swag. Alright, so now we're going to take our ribbon and overlap it just like we've done in these other two areas, and we're going to start on the right side, guys. So as you can see, we've worked our way left to right. Now we're going to bunch our ribbon and we're going to attach this on the right side at the top of the bow, just like we did on the left with the existing greenery. So just like that, guys, and I just attached that with the greenery that's in the wreath. And now I'm going to come down and make a loop just like I did here on the right side. And I'm going to bunch it off, and I'm going to tie it again here at the bottom. And again, as you add things and secure new items to your wreath or to your project that you're working on, you want to make sure you go back and you step back, guys, and you fluff and touch each item so that you know it's in place and you know it's in the shape and form that you want. And again, we're going to take our scissors, guys, and we're going to cut off that excess ribbon. Kind of pull those tails apart. And cutting off that excess ribbon is not something that you have to do. I just like to trim mine up so you get the full form of the wreath. But if you guys would like to leave your ribbon long, you can. It's just going to elongate the wreath and kind of give you a longer dramatic effect. So I'm going to step back and take a look and make sure my ribbon is all in place. And if you're just joining us, guys, this is a 30-inch basic green pine wreath. And we have taken it, guys, we have fluffed it from start to finish, and we have added a bow of our choice, and now we've added that ribbon that is in the bow and incorporated it into the wreath. So you guys, if you have any questions or if you missed anything in the last 2 videos, put your name and where you're watching from in your comments in the down bar, and Dina's going to relay those messages to me as we complete our 3rd and final video today, which is our designer Christmas wreath. Alright, so once you have completed the ribbon process in your wreath, guys, you are going to take your poinsettias if you wanted to use poinsettias. If you don't, you can use flowers, or magnolias are really popular this year. But if you watched our other 2 videos, guys, you have noticed we've used our red poinsettias. So we're going to carry on these flowers and this look into our wreath. So we're going to take our poinsettias and we're going to fluff them. It's very important that you touch each and every petal on the poinsettia and shape it to get the most out of it.
Judy Heinerman is asking about the bow.
Hi Judy. I just used the bow of my choice, which I did to match the mantle and the swag that we've used. We're working to get a video made where we will actually show you guys how to do a bow, but we're doing a demonstration next week on a tree. I've had lots of requests on a tree, so we're going to do that one first. So next Tuesday, November 14th, we're going to start with the tree topper at 10 a.m. and then on Wednesday, we're going to finish off that 2-part series with the finishing out of the tree, and that's also going to be at 10 a.m. guys. So for all of you who've been asking about the tree, I appreciate your request. We're going to have a lot of fun. So next Tuesday, Wednesday at 10 a.m. again, we are going to do the tree demonstration. So make sure you guys come and join me, because I'd love all the questions and interaction that I can. Alright, so once you have your poinsettias fluffed, guys, and as you can tell, I have taken that stem, which was longer, and I have trimmed it to about a 2-inch stem on the bottom. And I'm going to use my hot glue. Put a little hot glue on here. And I attach all this, guys, using a high temp hot glue gun, because it really helps anchor in my poinsettias. And we're going to use 5 today. I like to use an odd number of poinsettias. We're going to start up here on the right hand side. We're going to add one of our poinsettias right into that wreath. You just hold a little bit of pressure on it. That hot glue is really going to take effect, and it's going to secure that poinsettia into the wreath.
Judy Heinerman is asking again, do you have alerts?
Hi Judy. We are going to post updates on our Facebook page, so if you'll check that out, that's going to let you know what upcoming videos we have, what upcoming sales we have, and demonstrations and stuff like that in our stores. And also make sure you guys sign up for our email. You can do that through our website, and that way you'll get all kinds of updates and alerts, stuff like that, of what's going to be upcoming in our store, whether it's demonstrations or sales or stuff like that. So thank you for your question, Judy. And thanks for joining us today. So again, we're just going to take our poinsettias, guys, and we're going to continue to work our way around the wreath with the poinsettias and add those. So once you've fluffed your poinsettia out, take you some wire cutters, guys, that you can purchase at Ellis or any hardware store, and snip off that stem to about a 2-inch section, because you don't need the long stem all the way through the wreath. We're going to add some glue to the base of the poinsettia, and we're going to work our way down with another poinsettia. And again, guys, don't get discouraged as you add things to the wreath, because it is going to change shape, and you do have to kind of step back, shuffle things around, and then once you get more on your wreath, the more the shape will form on the wreath. I like your hair.
Thank you.
So again, we're just taking our poinsettias and we're working our way around the wreath, guys. If you don't want to use poinsettias, if you're not a fan, you can definitely use other things. You can use magnolias. I've seen people use roses, all kinds of items. And the reason I like to use poinsettias is just because it's a great filler. It fills up a lot of space and area in your wreath. Because sometimes, I can't believe I'm saying this, but sometimes less is more. So it does help really fill out your wreath. you guys have any questions about this wreath that we're doing today, or the mantle, or the teardrops, or anything Christmas related that you have missed and you haven't had a chance to ask, guys, put your name and where you're watching from. I'd love to hear and love to interact with you, and any comments. And Dina's going to relay those to me as we do this live video, and I'm going to interact with you guys and answer your questions. I also want to remind everybody, this upcoming weekend, November 11th, is our holiday open house in all 5 of our locations. And we do have 5 locations, guys. We have one in here in Longview, we have one in Bossier, in Marshall, in Texarkana, and in Beaumont. And you can find all about those locations on our website at ellishomeandgarden.com. And we do, again, have our holiday open house this Saturday, November 11th, at all 5 locations. We're going to have snacks, we're going to have giveaways, the radio stations are going to be there. So it's a great time to come out with your family and check out all of our wonderful decorations and sales, because, let's see, some of the sales we have right now, all of our Christmas ornaments are 50% off. And that is a great sale. We also have our box ornaments that are 50 off, and our ribbon. Our ribbon that we have used on this wreath is 2 for $10. So you want to make sure you come out this weekend to our holiday open house, and we're doing giveaways, and we have lots of great sales. So come out this Saturday and check us out. November 11th, it's our holiday open house in all 5 locations. Alright, so we're finishing up with our poinsettias. We're going to finish our last one. This is number 5. And guys, we're on our 3rd and final video for this week's series, which is our mantle transformation. We're going to add that last poinsettia right here where this hole is. And if you step back, guys, you can actually see your wreath starting to take shape and form. So don't get discouraged again when you start placing items in your wreath because you think, oh, this is not turning out the way I want, or the shape's not going to work out. Because as you add more items and as you place more things into the wreath, it is going to take shape and take form. Alright, so what we've done so far, if you're just watching, guys, we have taken a plain green pine wreath, a 30-inch wreath, and we have added a bow at the top, and then we took that ribbon that we have used and we've incorporated it into our wreath by tying it in with existing greenery. And then we added 5 of our velvet red poinsettia stems, which we cut with our wire cutters to fit, and we hot glued those into the wreath. So the next step, guys, is we're going to add some of our champagne berry picks, guys, and these right here are $9.99 for this pick, and it's 50% off, so only $5. And before we add any floral to a wreath, one of our very important steps that I want to remind you guys of is that your wreath, if you look closely, your wreath branches always go one way. So this one right here, as you can see, the branches come down and they go all the way around. So you want to make sure when you stick stems and branches in the wreath that you stick them at the angle that the limbs are going on the wreath, and you don't kind of stick them out like this or up, because that is how you lose shape on your wreath. So you want to make sure that you stick them in at the angle that the wreath is going, and you want to work your way around as the wreath goes. So we're going to take our stem here and we're going to cut it in half, actually. So we're going to get 2 stems out of 1. We're going to use our wire cutters again. We're going to cut that in half. And so now we have 2 stems. And if you've watched our previous videos, which was the mantle and the teardrops, if you'll notice, I've done that a lot because you get more out of one pick.
Veronica Lopez, how many rolls of ribbon did you use for this wreath?
Hi Veronica, this is actually, we used 2 rolls of ribbon and we still have ribbon left over. So it's about 7 yards in here, and 10 yards of ribbon is on each roll. So we had 20 yards of ribbon, I only used 7, so we've got a lot left. So you can take that excess ribbon and you can actually do this whole project. You could add, if you were to do the whole transformation, which we have done, which is the mantle garland, the swag, and the wreath, you could use those 20 yards of ribbon for the whole project. And at 2 for $10, that is such a great price, and it's a steal, really. So we're going to take our champagne stem, we're going to add a little hot glue to it to anchor it in. And we're going to start here in the right-hand corner, and we're going to work our way down. We're going to just add those berries in, just like that. And again, the branches come out here just like this, and they go all the way around. So we're going to start here, and we're going to work our way all the way around the wreath. So again, we're just adding our hot glue to the stem, and we're actually anchoring it and securing it into the wreath itself. If you have any questions about what we're doing on the wreath right now, guys, or anything about Christmas decorating, put your name and where you're watching from in the down bar, and Dina's going to relay those questions and comments to me, and we're going to answer your questions live on this video. And just because we're using these champagne picks for this champagne look that we're doing, you don't have to do this, guys. You can use any type of stem or pick in your design that you're going to do. Some people do rustic looks, some people do whimsical like snowman and candy. So you can use red peppermints, you can use all kinds of things for your wreath. You don't just have to use what I'm showing you in these videos. Any kind of those things work. So again, we're just taking our hot glue, we're going to add some to our stem, then we're going to continue to work our way around our wreath. Make sure as you add your stems, guys, you do pick up your ribbon and you stick stems under there and pick up the leaves of your poinsettias, because you want to fill out the wreath to the most that you can. So as I'm cutting these, guys, I'm going to have Dina scan up here close on where we're inserting these picks and stems, just so you can kind of get a look at what we're doing. Again, if you're just joining us today, we are doing our third video in our 3-part series that we've done this week for our mantle transformation, guys. And I want to remind you, if you haven't seen those videos, you can watch them from start to finish and rewind and fast forward. They're on our Facebook page at Ellis Home and Garden. Make sure you share those for us, guys, and get all this out so we can make more and more videos for you. And I've had lots and lots of requests for a Christmas tree video. And as Dina scanned up, I actually saw a comment that asked about a Christmas tree video. So I want to remind everybody, next Tuesday and Wednesday, Tuesday, November 14th at 10 o'clock a.m., we're going to start that video for you. We're going to start with the tree topper. And it's a 2-part video series. So Tuesday, November 14th is the tree topper. And then Wednesday, we're going to finish that off with our tree. We're going to finish off the tree. So it's a 2-part series next Tuesday and Wednesday, the 14th and 15th at 10 o'clock a.m. each day. So make sure you tell everybody, guys, and come join me, because I will be there live decorating the tree, answering your questions, so please come and join us.
And a video on bow making.
Yes, bow making, I get a lot of questions about that, so I'm going to definitely put that on the books as well, and see what we can find out for that too. Guys, if you're one of those that doesn't like the same look each year, which I'm one of those too, and you don't want something permanent, you can actually take these branches on this wreath and you can tie in these picks and stems. I'm hot gluing this stuff because I like to use it year after year, and especially here at the store I have it for sale. But if at your home, if you're just putting it above your mantle and you'd like to change it from year to year, you can actually tie these picks and stems in with the branches on the wreath and anchor them in that way. It's not going to be as secure, but if it's just in one place and no one's messing with it, it's going to be fine, and it's going to stay still. So as you can see, guys, I'm making my way around the wreath, and I'm doing everything the way the branches go. So I'm not going to stick things coming out the side, or I'm not going to stick them this way. You want to make sure you stick them in the way that the branches flow.
Veronica Lopez, most of these items are online.
We do offer some of our items online, Veronica. I looked this morning, and we do offer some ribbon on there, and we do offer some ornaments and stuff like that, and a few of our teardrops and wreaths. So you might check that out. I'm not sure exactly which ones. But we do have 5 locations, guys, so if you're close to one, we'd love for you to stop by. Again, they're in Longview and Bossier, in Beaumont and Texarkana, and in Marshall. So if you're near one of those locations, we'd love for you to stop by and visit with us. I love meeting people who come in here and say, I saw you on Facebook, and I'll help you, put this look together for you. If you need help, come in and see me, or one of our other employees in our other stores, and we will help you find these items and to get you ready to decorate your home. So again, I'm just adding my picks and stems right now. I'm just making my way around the wreath. I started up there in the right-hand corner. And now I'm working my way around. I'm using a high-temp glue gun, guys, because that helps anchor and secure these items into the wreath. Don't forget, you have to make sure that you touch each and every item as you add things, because it does shift things in your wreath. If you want to know, this particular stem that I'm using is $9.99 and it's 50 off. All of our picks and stems are 50 off. It's a great time to come in and purchase those, especially because our open house is this weekend, November 11th, in all 5 locations. And as you'll see next week on our tree topper demonstration and our tree video, we use a lot of picks and stems to create that designer look. So you want to make sure you take advantage of these great sales that we're having. So these picks and stems right now, in all different kinds, we have red, gold, green, whimsical, rustic, natural. All of those are 50% off. It's a great time to stack up on those because, as you've seen in my previous 2 videos I've done this week, I like to layer the picks and stems, and it does add a lot, but it makes that big, impactful look when you're done. If anybody has any questions while we're doing this, put your name and where you're watching from in the down bar, and Dina's going to relay those to me.
Pat Ziegler. I have a candy theme and already have large candy canes. Where's the best placement for the candies?
The candy canes I would put in at the end. So if you were to create this wreath and you had all of this done just like we do now, I would take those candy canes and I would go back and I would insert them in. And I like to put them in at different angles. So not just like a traditional, candy cane that goes like this. I would stick them in the wreath here where the hooks come out like this and kind of work my way around the wreath. Or you could even put them in here at the bottom, sticking up like this. We'd have 2 different candy canes. That'd be really cute for a whimsical, fun look. Well, thank you for your question, and thanks for watching with us today. And guys, I also want to remind you we're on Instagram at Ellis Home and Garden, so make sure if you do one of these looks, I'd love to see. I'm on Instagram myself, and I follow the Ellis page, so make sure you take pictures of your stuff, whether it be your mantle, whether it be your tree, whatever it is that you create, and you use these tips, and tag us in those things on Instagram, guys, because I would love to see all of the stuff that you create. So we're working our way around the wreath with our champagne berry stem here. And again, you don't have to use this particular one. You can match anything you're doing with any kind of wreath. So if you're just joining us, guys, this is Dylan with Ellis Home and Garden, and we are creating a Christmas wreath here, a designer Christmas wreath. This is part 3 of our 3-part video series. And I've almost reached my last piece of stem that we're going to add today. And again, guys, it's best if you step back, kind of take a look at your wreath, but as you can see, it's already beautiful the way it is. We have already transformed that plain green pine wreath that right now is on sale for $20. It's 30 inches. And it is a great time to come in and pick those things up, and we have transformed it into a designer look. We are almost done with our floral step. We're going to add one more.
Carla Aldridge from Marshall. What is another Christmassy flower to use besides a poinsettia?
One of my favorite Christmas flowers, Carla, is magnolias, or hydrangeas, because you can purchase hydrangeas and they have snow on top of them, or magnolias, and those go great with like a white and a silver look, especially like silver bells, or white and silver, white and red. So those are great items to put in your tree in place of a poinsettia if you don't want to use that. And as I add these last few, at our Longview location, guys, in Longview, this Saturday from 1 to 4, we are going to have Santa. So if you want to bring your family out and your friends and even your animals, Santa will be here 1 to 4 in our Longview location to take pictures. So come out and see us. I also want to remind everybody in our Longview location and in Bossier, we do offer interior design. What that means is if you come in and you see a tree that you like and you'd like one of our staff members to come in, our designers to come in and do that in your home, we do offer that in Longview. So if you'll contact me, Dylan, in Longview, or Debbie in Bossier, we would love to consult with you guys and see what we can create in your home. Alright, so we have created our floral components that we're going to put in this wreath today. So I'm going to have Dina come up and zoom in, guys, and kind of give you an outlook of what we have done for this wreath. And again, we've just taken a plain green wreath and we have added a bow at the top. That's how we started. Step 2 is we took that ribbon that was in that bow and we have added it into the wreath on each side and at the bottom. And then we added 5 red velvet poinsettias. And we attached those by clipping the stem, and then we added hot glue. And then we are on the step right now where we just added these floral components, which are these champagne berry stems. And now we're going to add our final item, which is just a set of 4 boxed ornaments that we have at our store. And if you've watched my other 2 videos, which is the mantle garland and the swag, you've noticed, guys, that I love boxed ornaments because they come in usually a set of 3 or 4, and they come in different sizes and shapes and finishes. And this one today that we're going to use is like a beaded finish. And I love these because they're styrofoam, they're not breakable, so you can throw them across the house, throw them at your husband or whoever, and it's not going to break. So we're going to use these, and this particular one that we're using is $19.99, and again, these are 50% off, so only $10. And so for $10 you get all 4 of these beautiful embellished beaded balls, and we're going to use these on our wreath to finish off this designer look. And then I'm going to take you guys up to show you that mantle that we transformed from start to finish, from a blank canvas into a beautiful display. So guys, these ornaments come with the string on them, so these will be great if you get box ornaments because you can use them on your tree. And if you decide you don't want them on your tree, you can use them on a garland or a wreath or a teardrop like we have in the past 2 days. So in this particular item, I'm going to hot glue these because I'm going to sell this here at the store. So I'm going to clip off this string using my scissors. And I'm going to add some hot glue at the top up here to anchor it in. Guys, as we're finishing up here, I want you to put your name and where you're watching from in the down bar. Any questions or concerns you have about what we're doing or about Christmas decorating, and I would love to answer your questions, guys, while we're live on this video. And any requests about any videos. I know I've had lots of requests about a Christmas tree. We're doing that next Tuesday and Wednesday, November 14th and 15th at 10 a.m., so make sure you stay tuned to watch that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to add our first Christmas ball here. We're just going to stick it into the wreath. And make sure you guys, you wedge that up into the greenery so that it really works its way in there and you have layers like I told you before. So we have our red under here with our poinsettia, and then we put our champagne stem on top.
Arletta Shepherd is asking how much would this wreath sell for in the store.
Hi Arletta, this one right here will be $129.99. And that's because, again, I made this at the store, so I have to add labor to it. But you can definitely take advantage of our sale prices and these tips and these tutorial videos that we put out. And you can do this at your home for a lot less. So again, we're just adding hot glue to the top of our box ornaments, and we're going to add those into this wreath to finish off this look. Guys, make sure you shuffle things around into your wreath and really make sure you have a piece of embellishment everywhere you can in the wreath, and make sure it's evenly distributed throughout. And sometimes to get that way you have to step back for a minute, walk off, take a break, and then come back and check it out, and you will really find that item or that missing thing that you need to put in there. And if you're just joining us, I want to remind everybody that we have done a 3-part video series. First time ever, guys, this week. We started on Tuesday with our 6-foot mantle garland. We continued on Wednesday with our 2.5-foot teardrop. And then today on Thursday, we're finishing off this 3-part video series with our designer Christmas wreath. And I'm just taking my ornaments and hot gluing them and then inserting them into the actual wreath itself. And as you can see, as I was decorating, I had everything organized and laid out on a table. That is the best way to do it, guys, when you decorate or do a project. That way it's not so much of a headache and you're not having to run around. Everything is in place and where you need it to be. So we're going to add our last ornament. And we're going to insert that into the wreath. And as you can see, I started over here on the right side and I have inserted those boxed ornaments all around the wreath from this side all the way to the top. So guys, this completes our designer Christmas wreath. And I want to take you just an overview really quick, and then I'm going to show you the whole mantle transformed. And guys, if you have any questions while we're still on today, please put your name, where you're watching from, any comments, any requests, even if it's about Christmas decorating, even if it's not about this wreath, put them in the down bar and Dina's going to relay those to me. So guys, we took this wreath. It was a plain pine wreath. It was $39.99. It was on sale 50% off, which made it only $20. And then we started with a beautiful bow with 3 different types of ribbon on this bow. We stuck it at the top with a pipe cleaner, and then we added ribbon into our wreath, which was step 1. And we added the same ribbon that was in this bow, and we did a loop on the left, we did one on the bottom, and we did one on the right. The next step that we did, guys, is we incorporated our 5 red velvet poinsettias. We took those stems and trimmed them to about a 2-inch stem, and we put 5 poinsettias into the wreath. The next step that we did, guys, was we add our floral component. So we took this champagne berry stem with these beautiful glittered leaves, and we started up here on the right-hand corner, and we worked our way around, all the way around the wreath, and we finished off this designer look, guys, by adding 4 of our beaded, embellished box ornaments that were $19.99 for a set of 4, and so it made them only $10. So, guys, again, we've had a 3-part video series this week. First time ever. I'm so excited. On Tuesday, we did the mantle. Wednesday, we did the teardrop. And then Thursday, today, we finished this off with our designer Christmas wreath. And I had somebody ask either Tuesday or Wednesday about a different look, like a whimsical look. So I have an example here. I'm going to have Dina scan over. Here it is an example of the same technique that we just used, but this is in a whimsical look. So again, we took the same wreath. So the same wreath, that was a 30-inch pine wreath. We added a different type of ribbon, guys. We added a whimsical look. So we added the snowman ribbon with some solid emerald green. Really fun and you know, whimsical. And we added this red striped. And then we added our loops onto the wreath. We added our poinsettias. And in this one, as you can see, I used a different type of poinsettia. So I used the candy striped poinsettias and the solid white glitter. And I added the poinsettias. And then I added some red berry stems right now, guys, again, that are 50% off. And then I added some emerald green stems. And then I added some swirled box ornaments. These, again, are box ornaments. They're a set of 4 in a box. And then I finished this little guy off with this little snowman here. And he's going right here at the base. And someone asked me earlier about some candy canes, and I told you could put them at the base, and you could do them just like this snowman. I stuck a snowman here, but you could do the same thing with the candy canes or any type of item that you want to put, whether it's a Santa or an elf or something decorative. You could set it in the bottom of the wreath. And you could do that same thing with this champagne wreath. You could take something, whether it be an angel or a star or something like that, or a cross, and you can insert it right here at the bottom into this space. Alright guys, so I want you to come up here with me to the front, and I'm going to show you our mantle transformation from start to finish and what we have done this week, kind of a recap of what we've done. So Dina will back up and show you guys. We took this wall up here. This was a blank wall, and we had a blank mantle, blank chairs, blank mirror, everything, guys. And we have showed you from Tuesday to Thursday this week how to transform this basic blank mantle into something magical for the holidays, guys. So we started off on Tuesday with this beautiful mantle garland. So we took a mantle garland with blank green garland, and we embellished it, guys, with red velvet poinsettias, with glitter stems, and with champagne, and with these beautiful glass finial ornaments. And then we continued on Wednesday, guys, with our second video with our fabulous teardrops, 2.5-foot teardrops that we did, guys. And we used that same stuff that we used in the garland on the teardrops. And we hung those, as you can see, on each side of our mirror. And then today, in our final and third video, we used the same products, and we created a beautiful designer Christmas wreath, as you can see, that we hung right in the center of that fabulous large mirror. And then to finish off this look, we added a couple of our statues up here on the mantle that are 50% off right now with our Christmas decor. So we added 2 different sizes of the nutcrackers and soldiers, and then we put a beautiful 3-piece nativity in the center. And then to finish off our chairs, we took some of our pillows, guys, right now that say Merry and Bright, and they are $24.99 and 50% off, so $12.50. We put one of those in each of our chairs to finish off this beautiful mantle display. So I'm going to have Dina scan up on these items really close for you guys so you can get a good look. And I've had a lot of people ask about pictures. We are going to post pictures very soon of all of this stuff done. Hey, Morgan. So again, guys, if you're just joining us, we've done a 3-part video series this week. Tuesday, we did this beautiful mantle. And then Wednesday, we continued this look with our beautiful 2.5-foot teardrops that we put on each side of the mirror right there. And then today, we finished off this whole video series with our designer Christmas wreath that we hung on this large mirror. So guys, I want to thank you for joining us these last 3 days for this first ever design video series. I want to remind everybody that next Tuesday, November 14th, and Wednesday, November 15th, we are doing a Christmas tree demonstration. So Tuesday we're going to do a tree top, and Wednesday we're going to do the bottom of the tree and finish it out. So make sure you guys join us. You can find some of our items on our website at ellishomeandgarden.com. We have 5 locations. I want to remind everybody, this Saturday at all 5 locations, November 11th, we're having our holiday open house. We're going to be having giveaways. We're going to have radio stations here, snacks and treats. So make sure you come out and bring your family, guys, and join us. In our Longview location, we're going to have Santa here from 1 to 4 this Saturday, November 11th. So come out and see us. And guys, if you've missed anything in the last 3 videos, they're all going to be posted on our Facebook wall at Ellis Home and Garden. So you can go back and you can rewind and fast forward from start to finish, guys. Get a glass of wine and decorate your own home for the holidays. So make sure you join us, guys, again next Tuesday and Wednesday. I've had lots of requests for the Christmas tree video. And again, if you missed anything, they'll be posted on our Facebook page at Ellis Home and Garden. And once you decorate and use these tips, tag us on our Instagram, guys, at Ellis Home and Garden. I would love to see what you have done. So thank you so much for joining us this week, and we will see you again next Tuesday at 10 a.m. November 14th for the tree video. Thanks, guys, and have a good day.